If you have not seen me before, my name is Rhonda. Welcome to my channel. Tonight we are doing a recent story. So this morning they were in court in Manchester, New Hampshire. Unfortunately, this story tonight is disturbing. It is gruesome. It is something that can be triggering if you're sensitive to this type of information. So I just want to give you a warning ahead of time. We will be discussing tonight Harmony Montgomery, and she is a 5-year-old child that is no longer with us, and she still hasn't been found. So as this trial is going on, obviously if anyone has any information about the whereabouts of little Harmony, that would be fantastic for the mom. The prosecution presented gruesome details this morning during opening statements in the murder trial of Adam Montgomery, who is accused of unaliving his 5-year-old daughter Harmony in New Hampshire and moving her body from place to place for months. This is one of the most disturbing stories that I have heard, simply because this is a father unaliving his child. But in most cases, when you hear about this type of a situation, it is something that happens usually rather quickly. There's an intent to unalive, and then that takes place. This is something completely different. So again, I'm warning you, if you're sensitive, and now would be the time to exit. Montgomery's daughter Harmony disappeared in 2019, but police didn't know she was missing until 2 years later. Her body has never been found. She was a daughter, she was a sister, she was a Minnie Mouse fan, which I thought I'd throw these little ears on for Harmony. She was a fun-loving girl that loved being a big sister. She was just 5 years old when the defendant brutally unalived her. Prosecutor Christopher Knowles told jurors during his opening statement, the most serious charge Montgomery faces is second degree, which is amazing to me. He is also accused of assault and witness tampering. This could not be more disturbing. Prosecutors said that the day Harmony was unalived, Montgomery beat her while he was driving. This is somebody that used open fist. This is not somebody that used a weapon. And this makes it all the more disturbing. She had a bathroom accident. This disturbed him, just as she feared would happen. The defendant smelled what she had done, and he hit her, said Knowles. During his opening statement, Knowles said that after beating Harmony, her father continued driving to Burger King, where he ate his food and did his drugs. He pulled into the parking lot at a Burger King and he ordered his food. He ordered his food and he ate. He did not stop to check on Harmony, Knowles said. He didn't look back at her. He didn't show any concern for this innocent little girl, the child he had just beaten. He ordered his food and he ate, and he didn't stop. On the first day of his trial, Wednesday, Montgomery, who's 34, told the judge, Amy Messer, via teleconference that his attorneys planned to make concessions related to charges of falsifying physical evidence and abusing a corpse during opening statements. The case of Harmony Montgomery, who was born in Massachusetts to unmarried parents with a history of substance abuse, exposed weaknesses in child protection systems and provoked calls to prioritize the well-being of children over parents in custody matters. Harmony was moved between the homes of her mother and her foster parents multiple times before Adam Montgomery received custody in 2019 and moved to New Hampshire. If memory serves correct, they were living in a tent. A key prosecution witness is expected to be Adam Montgomery's estranged wife, Kayla Montgomery, who I have no sympathy for, who is serving an 18-month prison sentence after pleading guilty to perjury charges. She agreed to cooperate with prosecutors. Adam Montgomery's defense attorney, James Brooks, told jurors Thursday that they can and should find Montgomery guilty on charges related to concealing Harmony's body. But he argued that it was Kayla who unalived the young girl. We all know that's not the truth. Kayla Montgomery was the last person to see Harmony alive and know how Harmony died, Brooks said. Adam is not an innocent here. He and Kayla covered up Montgomery's death. Adam Montgomery did not kill Harmony. That's what his lawyer said. For the next 3 months, investigators allege Adam Montgomery moved the body from container to container and place to place. According to his wife, the locations including the trunk of a friend's car, a cooler in the hallway of his mother-in-law's apartment building, the ceiling vent of a homeless shelter, and an apartment freezer. At one point, the remains were kept in a tote bag from a hospital maternity ward, and Kayla Montgomery said she placed it in between her own young children in a stroller and brought it to her husband's workplace. You understand that this is a father who's on the way to Burger King, who smells that his young child in the back has had an accident. And his response is to get into the back seat and pummel her with his fists in her head. Brooks described Kayla Montgomery as someone who lied repeatedly to investigators in an effort to get a plea deal. He urged jurors to weigh the case, not on sympathy, but on evidence and evidence alone. Kayla was all about protecting herself to wiggle out of accountability for her own crimes, said Brooks. Investigators allege that Adam Montgomery disposed of the body in March 2020 using a rented moving truck. He believed if there was no body to find, there would be no evidence of what he had done, and he would get away with his heinous crime, Knowles said. Toll data shows the truck in question crossed the Tobin Bridge in Boston multiple times, but the affidavit has no other location information to indicate the location of Harmony's body. Last year, police searched a marshy area in Revere, Massachusetts, When opening statements concluded, prosecutors began calling witnesses. The first person on the stand was Michelle Rafferty, Harmony's foster mother, followed by Crystal Sorey, her biological mother. Sorey testified that she saw Harmony in April of 2019 and contacted Adam Montgomery for over a year trying to find her daughter with no success. Later, Harmony's great-uncle Kevin Montgomery told jurors that he told the Department for Children, Youth, and Families in 2019 that he had seen Harmony with a black eye. Because I don't know what her situation was in foster care or with her mother, but considering the way her father is, clearly, as soon as he gained custody, he felt free to be the person that he was. He recalled Harmony's father saying, "I bashed her around the expletive house." This is someone who was not ashamed at all of what he was doing. He did it in front of witnesses, and he bragged about it afterwards. This is his child, his blood child, his own child, his 5-year-old little daughter. Demetrius Soros, a former Child Protective Services worker, and Adam Montgomery's friend, Nicholas Ahern, said he gave multiple explanations for how Harmony got that black eye. "He told me that she acquired it during a soccer accident," said Adam. "He brought the kids like foam swords or like sabers, and they were playing with them, and that Harmony was struck in the face," said Soros. The jury of 12 and 5 alternatives was seated for the trial in Manchester on Wednesday morning. Montgomery has declined to attend the trial in person. I have a bit more. So realize that she went missing in 2019 and was not reported missing until 2021. He was charged with her murder on Monday. Adam Montgomery was charged with second degree. I still don't understand this. Why is it second degree? Falsifying physical evidence, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with witnesses. He is scheduled to be arraigned in court on Tuesday. Adam's arrest was announced by New Hampshire Attorney General John Formula alongside Manchester Police Chief Alan Aldenberg. We concluded that 5-year-old Harmony was unalived in Manchester in early December of 2019. This conclusion was based on multiple sources, as well as biological evidence, the Attorney General said. Investigators believe Adam unalived his daughter by repeatedly striking her in the head with a closed fist. The Attorney General also said that Adam moved or destroyed Harmony's body after her death and induced his wife Kayla Montgomery to give false testimony to investigators. In August, police first announced that they had now had enough evidence to conclude that Harmony was unalived sometime between November 28th and December 10th in 2019. Police were not alerted to her disappearance until December 2021. They were alerted by Harmony's birth mother, Crystal Sorey, who said she had been looking for her daughter for months. Adam was arrested in January of 2022, shortly after her disappearance was reported. He was charged with assault and child endangerment for striking Harmony in the face before her disappearance, but investigators could not tie him to her disappearance. Adam pled not guilty to the assault charges. He has been held in jail since January. I do want to express my deepest sympathies to Harmony's family, friends, and loved ones, Formula said. We understand that today's news, while significant for purposes of this investigation, is yet another difficult moment for those who loved Harmony and those who have followed this case. I ask that in memory of Harmony, that we all make every effort to do something nice for a child today, Police Chief Aldenberg said as he held back tears. I know of no other way to respect and honor this innocent and defenseless child than to extend an act of kindness to another child in her memory. This is a developing news story. I did read some other articles that I don't have in front of me, but I clearly remember that his wife testified. It's like I can barely say it. But she was moaning and gurgling, and they just ignored her until they no longer heard sounds. If y'all let me bring this back up really quick so I can show you what little Harmony looked like. And her father, who upon entering court for this situation was smiling ear to ear. Let's see, am I able to flip this around? You know what? I don't think I can flip this around. But what I can do is put this right here so that you can see. This is little Harmony. And this is the, if you want to call it the father. But that's little Harmony. Thank you for coming to enjoy our story this evening. Please do hit the subscribe button and come back. Have a great day and drink your water. Okay.